Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Nama saya Deviani Agustian dengan NIM 211FI03054, kelas B jurusan Anestesiologi. Di sini saya akan mempresentasikan materi yang berjudul Asking and Giving Direction. Di sini ada kata-kata giving direction. Yang pertama yaitu ada go straight yang artinya lurus, yang kedua ada turn right yang artinya belok kanan, yang ketiga ada turn left yang artinya belok kiri, selanjutnya ada U-turn yang artinya putar balik, lalu ada go past yang artinya melewati, lalu ada cross yang artinya seberang, ada across from yang artinya di seberang, lalu selanjutnya ada next to yang artinya di samping atau di sebelah, lalu ada on atau at the corner yang artinya itu kayak di pojok atau di ujung gitu tempatnya, lalu ada take the first right yang artinya ambil belok kanan yang pertama, lalu ada at the roundabout take the first exit yang artinya saat di bundaran kita ambil jalan keluar yang pertama. Lalu di sini ada pertanyaan-pertanyaan untuk asking direction. Yang pertama ada could you tell me the way to? Yang kedua ada can you show me the way to? Yang ketiga ada can you direct me to? Yang keempat ada how can I get to hospital misalnya. How can I get to hospital from here? Lalu ada I'm looking for. Seperti itu contohnya, misalnya could you tell me the way to police station? Can you show me the way to hospital? Begitu selanjutnya ya. Di sini ada grammar focus. It applies transition signals first, second, next, then, after that, dan lain sebagainya. Lalu it applies imperative sentence, jadi the sentence which is used to convey a command, a request, or a forbidden. Lalu di sini ada dua contoh peta, ini yang pertama dan ini yang kedua. Kita akan kasih contoh di peta yang kedua ini ya. Di sini kita kasih contoh hospital. Misalnya kita cari rumah sakit, berarti kita tanya I'm sorry, I'm looking for hospital. Lalu kita jawab hospital is next to police station, karena di sini rumah sakit ada di sebelah atau di samping kantor polisi. Sekian presentasi materi asking and giving direction dari saya. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya Deviani Agustian dengan NIM 211FI03054, kelas B jurusan D4 Anestesiologi. Di sini saya akan mempresentasikan materi tentang preoperative checklist. Di sini ada preoperative chart review. Answer all documentation, preoperative procedure, orders are complete. Check surgical consent from and other for completeness. Inform patient that area will be marked before procedure begins. Documents allergies, height, and weight. Preoperative patient preparation, yaitu ada remove yang isinya ada dentures, prosthetic device, hearing aids, contact lens, fingernail polish, artificial nails, dan preset jewelry. Lalu ada pre-op checklist day of surgery, yaitu ada client teaching complete, consent from sign, NPO, in gown, allergy and ID bands on, no jewelry, band step, voiding prior to transfer, pre-op meds, side trials after the op, contact lens out, dentures or breathes out, nail polish removed, vital within 4 hours of surgery or 13 minutes after the pre-op lab work on chart, abnormal lab values, skin prep, hacks of aspirin, antidepressant, steroid. Segitu saja presentasi materi preoperatif checklist dari saya. Mohon maaf ada salah-salah kata. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya Deviani Agustian dengan NIM 211FI03054. Di sini saya akan mempresentasikan materi tentang postoperative care. Postoperative care is the management of a patient after surgery. This includes care given during the immediate postoperative period, both in the operating room and post-anesthesia care unit, as well as during the days following surgery. The goal of postoperative care is to prevent complications such as infection, to promote healing of the surgical incision, and to return the patient to a state of health. Postoperative care involves assessment, diagnosis, planning, intervention, and outcome evaluation. The extent of postoperative care required depends on the individual's pre-surgical health status, type of surgery, and whether the surgery was performed in a day surgery setting or in the hospital. Post-anesthesia care unit. The patient is transferred to the PACU or after the surgical procedure, anesthesia reversal, and extubation. The amount of time the patient spends in the PACU depends on the length of surgery, type of surgery, status of regional anesthesia, and the patient level of consciousness rather than being sent to the PACU. Some patients may be transferred directly to the critical care unit. For example, patients who have had coronary artery bypass grafting are sent directly to the critical care unit. Segitu saja presentasi materi dari saya. Mohon maaf bila ada salah kata. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya Deviani Agustian dengan NIM 211FI03054. Di sini saya akan mempresentasikan materi terakhir, yaitu tentang care after anesthesia. Recovery, reverse muscle relaxation and reduce vapors. The first one, remember to give narcotic analgesic during surgery so that patient is comfortable on awakening. The second is monitor muscle relaxation through surgery and reverse with anticholinesterase inhibitor. The third is reduce or turn off vapor. Continue to ventilate until patient begins to make ventilatory effort. Let patient take control of ventilation and continue to recover. PACU, transfer care to PACU nurse. Yang pertama yaitu communicate information about the patient identity, surgical procedure, other medical problems, any anesthetic concern, allergies, and expected recovery to the PACU nurse. Yang kedua, provide orders for pain management and management of nausea and vomiting. Yang ketiga, provide orders for control of comorbidities allowable BP ranges, allowable heart rate, where you will be once you leave the patient. Yang keempat, if your communication is clear, the nurse should be able to anticipate potential problems and notify you if any occur. Do and don'ts after anesthesia, yaitu ada do leave the healthcare facility accompanied by a responsible adult, do remain quietly at home for the day and rest, do arrange for someone to care for your small children for the day, do take liquid first and slowly progress to a light meal. Don't drive a car for at least 24 hours. Don't operate complex equipment for at least 24 hours. Don't make any important decisions or sign any legal documents for the day. Don't take any medication unless prescribed by or discussed with your physician. Don't drink alcohol for at least 24 hours. Sekian materi yang saya sampaikan. Mohon maaf bila ada salah kata. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih.